Federal authorities are urging Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro to take action to fix SEPTA's safety and financial issues.
The transit agency, as we've been reporting, is facing significant challenges, including meeting next Friday's deadline to inspect all of its rail cars after several fires. CBS News Philadelphia's Brandon Goldner is live at SEPTA's Wissahickon station with more on that story. Brandon, good morning.
Good morning, Jill and Jim. Right now, SEPTA is averaging about 5 to 10 cancellations on regional rail because of these inspections. It's a lot better than what it was earlier in the month when it was 50 cancellations. And SEPTA says that they're not going to return to regular service until the end of the year. And now, while all of us were sleeping overnight, SEPTA inspectors were continuing to work to inspect these Silverliner IV rail cars. These are the same rail cars that 5 of them caught fire, had an emergency within the last year. Now, SEPTA says they've inspected 82 of those rail cars. They're averaging about 10 inspections a day, but they still have to complete another 141 inspections before next Friday's deadline. And at the pace they're going, they're not going to be able to make that. Now, SEPTA's Andrew Bush says they're working with the Federal Railroad Administration to discuss the next steps once that deadline happens. He's also saying that they're trying to pick up the pace when it comes to these inspections. So far, only 17 of those Silverliner models are back in service.
It's incredibly frustrating for our customers, and most of them have been extremely patient, and we thank them for that. And it's a situation that's hard to be patient in because it has really upended their commutes. Our goal is to get your regular service back. We're going to do it as soon as possible. But this has been an extraordinary situation, and these are things that we have to do to make sure that the railroad is viable moving forward.
Now, SEPTA is trying to cut down on those cancellations by running trains at regular times, but they're only running trains with about 2 cars or less. That means those trains get crowded very quickly. So SEPTA is trying to run an extra train after those regular trains to pick up any passengers who couldn't board the first train. SEPTA says it's also trying to get additional rail cars from other agencies. And SEPTA says, again, that if you want to get the most up-to-date times, call their customer service center at 215-580-7800. You see that number on your screen. Back to you.
All right, Brandon Goldner live in Wissahickon. Thank you, Brandon. And sticking with SEPTA, its solution to its funding crisis is coming at a steep cost. Yesterday, SEPTA's board approved the transfer of $394 million that had been set aside for specific projects in order to avoid having to make drastic service cuts. The reallocation of that money means SEPTA is now postponing buying 250 new hybrid diesel and electric buses. A project to make the Bristol station compliant with the American with Disabilities Act is now also on hold.